Bruce's big call Dinar Intel Tuesday night the 4th of February 25. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Bruce's big call Dinar Intel Tuesday night the 4th of February 25. Transcribed by Wiser, now emailed to recaps. Music. Welcome everybody to the big talk tonight. It is Tuesday, February 4th. And you're listening to the big call. Thanks everybody for coming in. I can tell you this much. We're going to have a shorter call tonight. Bob is under the weather. I'm under the weather. Sue is not under the weather. She is the weather. And so I have intel, which is very good for us tonight, but I'm going to give it up in a fairly quick manner. And I'm sure Bob has something to say as well, but we're going to kind of cruise through this call a little faster than normal. Let's pray to call in. Alright, let's go ahead and move into the intel segment. Guys, it's not going to be very long, but I do have some good information to give you. What we're hearing is, and this is coming from redemption center leaders, and one of the leaders is over 7 redemption centers. We've got one guy that's over 7, another guy that's over 6, another guy that's over 3, and then we have the individual redemption centers. We've got 4 others that we talked to that are over individual redemption centers. So what I want to impress upon you is that Iraq did what they were supposed to do last Sunday, which is their first business day. They brought out a new rate. And they passed an amendment to their budget, and everything appears, from Iraq's perspective, to be a go right now, moving forward for us. The other thing is that we got information passed on to us today that says that bondholders will be getting notified tomorrow at 5 different times with their emails, and that's starting at 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12, 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock. So that's going to apply all over the country to bondholders, getting their emails and then getting access to their funds in their accounts. Either tomorrow night or Wednesday. So that's really good news. We want those guys to get it. That's tier 3. Now, what we're getting from multiple redemption center leaders is that are supposed to get notifications, which is our email, starting tomorrow, around 10 o'clock in the morning. And we should, based on that, happen around 10 o'clock morning tomorrow, we should be able to set our appointments and start exchanges 3 hours later, which would be afternoon tomorrow, and if not, we would start on Wednesday. If not, we would start on Thursday. So it's looking very good for us, and that would be tier 4A and 4B going together and getting notified. We believe as early as 10 a.m. tomorrow, which is Wednesday. So that's very exciting. The other thing is, there's been a couple videos out that have a very low dinar rate that has been like in the 3.27 range. That's not really the case, and certainly it's not the case for us. XXXXXXXXXXXX was to make sure that we would get the high level rate on the dinar, as well as other currencies. And for example, that rate is nowhere near where we're going to be with the contract rate they intend to offer us. Anybody know what a hundo is does? I know Bob does and Sue does, keep that in mind. I believe that's where we are going to be on it. So that's extremely good. You know that the ZIM is on par with the USN at $1.00. The redemption centers don't have the ATMs for the bank, and the new software installed yesterday. And today is giving them, show LDH Avenue. In other words, equals use the ATMs at the banks to get cash. USN probably either tomorrow or Wednesday. It would start. With the USN, you would be able to take out $2,000 twice a day. I don't know that YOU would need to. I'm going to say don't do it unless you absolutely have to, but that's a lot more cash than we're used to having. Probably a lot of us. So keep that in mind. The other thing is, the rates of the bank screens were up this morning, and they were not up at the redemption centers today. But they fully expect to be up by tomorrow, at 10 o'clock in the morning. I believe we're going to have that tomorrow. That would be a cool thing. Also, the other nice piece that we got in the way of an email today was that the redemption centers will be 100% staffed and ready to go tomorrow at 10 a.m. Now this means they would be ready to go to for us to center appointments and possibly start exchanges tomorrow, but it's not 100% clear. We might just be setting appointments tomorrow and starting exchanges on Thursdays, so we're gonna have to see what happens tomorrow. But we should be getting our emails tomorrow, starting at around 10 a.m. That would be good. We've got right now, as of today, we had 460% of redemption centers all staffed, standing ready to go today and tomorrow. The remaining 40% will be up and rolling tomorrow by 10 a.m. So it's a big day today, and it's going to be a bigger day tomorrow. And hopefully we not only get our numbers around 10 in the morning, but we set our appointments. And can start exchanges, hopefully tomorrow afternoon, and if not tomorrow, it should be Thursday. So I think we will probably plan to have a celebration call on Thursday. I know some of us aren't going to care. You're just going to go in and do whatever you've got to do, so be aware and watch out for the emails to come in tomorrow, starting around 10 a.m. And I think that's really everything I wanted to say tonight, to prepare to move forward. Think that's everything we needed to say. Good night formula for me is kicking in. We'll thank everybody else that helped to get this call and support this call like most of you have for 13 years now. Thank you so much for everything everyone has done. Now we plan to do on Thursday, even if we get numbers, because we'd like to do a celebration call. Let's see what happens tomorrow and Thursday and see if everything is rolling. Because that's what we should try to do. Celebrate this together and remember XXXXXXXX has set this thing up where we should be setting our appointments to go to redemption centers. Not if you want the best rates on then, are you, Iraqi, didn't you need to go to the redemption center? And if you have Zim, that's the only place right now, the Zim is going to be redeemable. So let's take that and run with it. Let's pray the call out, and then I'll turn the call out. Thanks everybody for listening for 13 years. We will talk Thursday. Listen to the full version on the official DinarReport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.